fine. Unfortunately, I usually take my interviews because I'm such a slow note taker, and I did not realize my tape recorder was on its dying legs, and everything, our entire discussion was garbled.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was wondering if you wouldn't mind giving me a couple of more minutes.
Sure, not at all.
Okay. Some of it we're going to retread. I just want to get your remarks. So how do you feel about being the head coach?
Well, I feel fine. I'm happy to help Florence High School and the Florence district by being the head coach. It's just temporary. It's just an interim position, and it's something I've done all my life, so it's really not a problem. I'm excited about being the head coach and being with these kids. These are great young men.
And you've known some of them since they were freshmen, correct?
Correct, yes. So our juniors this year are the kids I had as freshmen.
So when you were told, did you volunteer or were you asked?
I was asked. Superintendent Mr. Knutson and Mr. Hagen, the principal at Florence High School, asked me if I would do this.
And your response when you first heard about it?
Well, when I first thought about it, I wasn't too sure I wanted to do it. And then after thinking about the kids, it just put the kids in a real tough bind and, in the whole program. So I thought maybe by me being the head coach it would help, and as it's turned out, I think it has.
Yeah, because that would have been tough with the kids, not only losing their head coach, but having to find somebody new quickly and try to get into their groove. And it would probably be next to impossible to find someone that quickly.
Well, right, and now by being an interim head coach in November, they will open that position, and they'll be able to interview people from all over our state and from without the state. There'll be candidates.
Okay. So now you're excited. Last time I talked to you, you said you were just thrilled that this was going to be the capper of your career. You still feel that way?
Oh, yes, absolutely. This is, if there was any way to finish off, I think this is my 43rd year. And if there's any way of capping it, this would be the place to do it. I love Florence. I really love Florence High School. I love the district and the community of Florence. And it is one of the best, absolute communities around. I love the community.
And you live in Mesa, though, right?
Yes. In fact, I just got home from practice. Walked in the door.
But it's worth it to you to go all the way down to Florence.
It is definitely worth it. It's great to be with the coaches that I coach with. It's fantastic to be with these young men. They are, the coaches are top notch. They're the best. And the kids, they're fantastic too. I mean, it's just a joy.
And the community, big backers too.
Well, they are. It's Friday nights. It's Florence High School. And it's great. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I saw that you did try to retire for a little bit. That didn't seem to take.
No, it didn't take too well, actually. And, I had that doggone open heart surgery, and that put me back a little bit. I was supposed to coach last year, and that kept me out completely. But, I'm back. And one more year of my life will go to coaching young people and being associated with young people. And can you think of anything better to do than to be able to teach and coach young people? That's it. It's the best.
Especially at a place that you love.
Yes, that's true. And Mr. Hogan, the principal, he's just so supportive. And Mr. Clough, the athletic director, he's supportive. It's just great to be a part of this. You're with a school where they care about the kids. The kids come first, and everything, the decisions they make, it's always focused around what's best for the kids. So, they made a decision to see if I would take this. I said yes, and here we go again.
Every time you think you're out.
Right. I retired in 2008, and I was back at Mesa High School coaching that next year. But in any case, it's just, what can I say? What a place to be at, Florence High School and in the town of Florence. I mean, when I drive through Florence and I just look at the old buildings and think about the history of that town, it's just really neat.
And they really love their Gophers down in Florence.
They do.
Even though there's Poston Butte and there's Santan Foothills also in the district, they really love their Gophers.
Well, they do. And those are other sister schools that are fantastic. But again, they do love the Gophers. And the Gophers love them because they're every bit a part of the community. Mm-hmm. The kids, their families, everything.
I understand that you have a grandson that's playing in Idaho.
That's true. I do. It's his junior year, and I'm going to miss that. But I promised him I would be there next year.
Did he mind, or was he excited that you were a head coach?
Well, he understands why. And, under the circumstances, Coach Howard, that was a great move for him. And I understand that. It's good for him and his career and for his family. So I supported Coach Howard on that. And my grandson understood. He understood that, the boys, these young men, they needed some consistency, someone they knew. So it worked out okay. He's good with it.
Because I'm sure he'd appreciate it too if it happened at his school.
Well, right. Oh, no, he does understand. Yeah. And they just got a new head coach this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so, hey, it's he's excited for this year coming up for him. And like I said, in a year, I will be up there watching him play ball.
Let's hope they don't recruit you.
Well, no, I'm not worried about that. Actually, he's the son of my son that was the head coach at Florence when he passed away.
Right.
Steven. So that's why it's kind of special to be able to go up and watch him. And I'll do that next year for sure.
You promise you won't volunteer to help out?
Oh, no. I've got to keep a promise. And I will keep my promise to, watch Steven's sons play ball.
Okay. And let's see, and has Coach Howard already left for quarantine?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you've already started your summer training program.
Correct. We're lifting, working hard in the weight room. The kids do a good job in the weight room. And then we go outside and practice in the mornings. And, late and after we're done with the workouts in the weight room, then we'll go out and we'll practice. And the kids are into it. They're hard workers. They're dedicated. They're committed to becoming the best they can.
Yeah. I'm from Texas, so I definitely know high school football.
If you're from Texas, you definitely do.
Friday Night Lights, it's true.
Oh, it is. Oh.
And El Paso, we would always lose to Odessa or Permian.
Well, of course you would. They were the premier team in the state at one point, for sure.
Yeah, but they would always lose then to schools in Dallas and Houston.
Yeah, we were. At one time, I was asked if we would play them when I was the head coach at Mesa High School. And as it turned out, we didn't. But, we were asked, and we turned them down.
I don't blame you. They also tend to like to run up the score.
Well, they probably wouldn't have been able to do that against us. Not at the time.
Yeah, they are at there are these farm boys where there's nothing to do but play football.
Right, and they do a good job, those kids and coaches. They did.
They do, yeah. Have you read that book, Friday Night Lights?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, I can tell you.
Well, one of the coaches that took my place at Mesa High down the road a few years later. Well, no, let's see. No, it was the very next, when I was done at Mesa, he took over. It was Coach Parker, and he was the coach of the team that beat Odessa. I think it was the state championship. So he was the head coach at Mesa at the time.
Wow. Was there anything else you would like to add?
No, I can't think of anything. I appreciate you doing this article and, just let the community and the school know how much we appreciate them.
Well, thank you so much for doing this again. As I said, I started listening to it, and it was all garbled, and I couldn't understand what you were saying. I'm like, no, this is a good story. I need to get it clear. So...
Well, I'm hard to understand, actually. I had an accident years ago, and I just a quick story, hit a chain as I was riding the ATV, and the chain, it was a steel chain blocking off a road. I didn't see it. I was looking back, turned around, and it went right across my mouth, and I have scar tissue and stuff like that in my mouth. So I'm hard to understand. It might not have been garbled. It might have been me.
No, it was definitely the tape recorder. There was this hum, and it was like, because it happened at the same time with Principal Hogan too.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh no.
Now you're out there, I know, in Queen Creek.
Actually, I'm in Tempe.
Oh, okay. But you write for the the Queen Creek and the Florence Independent.
Right. In fact, last week I was in Queen Creek touring their new elementary school, Schnepp Farms.
Mm-hmm.
Schnepp Elementary. It's coming up pretty nice.
It looks nice. That's awesome. Isn't that great?
Yeah, and then I'm visiting. Then they've got something weird going on where they're discussing a third high school in Queen Creek, and it was on the record at the town council meeting, but the school district won't discuss it, and it's like, I'm trying to figure out why. It's like, it's on the meeting, people were saying the high school's coming, we're having to change these roads for the high school, and I don't know why they won't discuss it, so...
I don't either, but, maybe they're looking at the finances and stuff and trying to decide when the best time is to go to work and build it. Maybe they'll delay it for a year or two. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, I think they were donated the land by the Geordie family.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I appreciate your help so much, and I'm sorry I grabbed you just as you came home from practice, so I'll let you, cool down and take a rest, and thank you so much for your time again.
Okay, well, you're very, very welcome. When will you think this story will come out?
Well, we already had a digital story that came out. It was online about the very first announcement that you were coming in. This longer story will be in the newspaper in our July issue.
Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you for honoring our young people.
Well, thank you for taking care of them for one more year.
You bet. I look forward to meeting you.
Well, I'm hoping to get down there again, so maybe I'll be able to stop by at Florence High and say hi.
Well, I hope you can. I'll look forward to it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate your help.
Well, you bet. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.